at a club. First thing that came to my head was making love. But I didn't want to come off like a thug, so I just rolled with it. I mean, push comes to shove. I got a lot of women in my stable who love a brother swagger and ain't looking for a label. So I just mess with shit under the table and take time to get in the mind until I fade.
3, 2, 1. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to a little thing that we call the Cipher 360. I am your host, Marcus the Kid Warren, and with me is my man Muff. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing great, man. This is our third show that we're doing today. This is our third show that we're doing today. Long hiatus. We're glad to be back.
Yes, sir.
We kind of start off with a bang. We reviewed already. Check the other two reviews. The documentary 2 and 2.5. The other review being Prime, self-titled album. And the third one we're going to be reviewing today is what we did last night. And what did we do last night? We went to the
Black Milk Show.
Yeah, Black Milk concert. Black Milk himself comes to Buffalo, where we're at right now.
Yeah, and, I don't know if you can tell. I look like hell today, and that's why my voice is high. My voice has gone from screaming.
You look the same. You like hell. That's every day. I don't understand how today's any different.
Well, you're right. No, but anyway, I digress.
No, listen. Last night we had a great time. What made it ill though. Now again, give him a little context here for those who don't know. Black Milk is an MC/producer. Out of Detroit, you know, the land of the great Jay Dilla, and he's a heavily Jay Dilla influenced producer. Midwest hip hop sound, with a Midwest to East hip hop sound, I would say. But he brought his own band, so he came from the left with that, and the band was smoking, right?
Off the chain.
Off the chain. And I think, you know, here's the thing about Black Milk, what's dope about him in my opinion. Sometimes I think when you get producers that can rap, that they have, even though they might not have the traditional lyricism as some of the greatest MCs out there necessarily, they understand flow and cadence. And that's always been Black Milk's strength to me. Is his flow and his cadence is a little crazy. And that's just because he knows beats so well, obviously. Right. You know what I mean? Well, he get up there. Listen what he did. We up there, and a lot of you guys know Black Milk and some of his catalog. They're doing Sound the Alarm, and the drummer didn't know, because I guess he had a relatively new drummer. He told the drummer, said, man, we want to do one more song. Everybody, some dude in the audience goes, Sound the Alarm. He's like, oh man, my drummer don't necessarily know it. He goes to the drummer and says, all you got to do is boom, boom. He gives him basically the drum pattern for it. The dude starts doing the drum pattern. He stays in his pocket. They get in there and just start, and they just start lacing that stuff, right? And it was off the hook, man. And like I said, cadence-wise, always been dope, man. And it's not a matter of production, just the music. The band is great. I love seeing live hip-hop. I've always had. That's why I've seen the Roots like at least 3 times. You know what I mean? A lot of people sing a lot more than I have, but I've always been big in the live instrumentation of hip-hop. Very, very tight band, though.
Well, you know, this is one of the things that I love about loving the type of music that we love, because we can see an artist and actually be 5 feet away from them while they're performing. Especially somebody like Black Milk. Now, I've been a fan of Black Milk for a long time. I mean, I think you actually hit me to Black Milk, so I'm not going to take credit for that. But I remember I even said that album of the year. I think I called that one a classic, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I remember that was he's had my respect ever since then. Yeah. But there's a big difference between being somebody who can actually rap and then somebody who can actually MC. And last night, Black Milk proved it to me that he is an MC.
Okay, that's
all the way. Yeah, I mean, you told me about. You commented on. You know, he is the person who understands cadence. I mean, he sees the beat from metronome to finished product. So obviously, he's going to be the best person to spit it over, especially if you have somebody who has a talent such as Black Milk. But when he gets on stage, he's charismatic. Yeah. He's energetic. The band was off the chain.
Appreciative.
And very, very appreciative. You know what I'm saying?
Humble.
Very, very humble. As a matter of fact, after the show, he hung out with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Had a chance to actually hang out with them, took a picture with them and everything. Yeah. You should post it up online. At kidmuff44@gmail.com. But I mean, there's not too much more I can say about Black Milk other than if you have a chance to treat yourself, go see his show.
Get his album. The thing about his albums too. And here's what's kind of dope about his albums, man. Here's Black Milk's last album. It wasn't No Poison, No Pre. He put out one since then. I forget the name of the album. My point is, though, with Black Milk is that he, even before Kendrick has been made the album that he made, he's always had that type of energy in his music. Very musical. In fact, a couple of times during the concert, he let his band just ride out a little bit. They jammed out like we was at a. It must have been at a hilarious.
Hold, please. I can't even shut it off. My bad, y'all. Go ahead.
Anyways, I lost my train of thought. What was I just saying, man? Kendrick, okay. He's always had those type of right. I mean, if I'm listening to how those elements with Kendrick Lamar's music in terms of being very musical, and even on the in the concert, he let his band kind of groove out a little bit, almost as if you were like at a Fish or Grateful Dead concert for a little bit. He just got out there and just start vibing and just start just rocking out a little bit, which is really dope. Then he brought it right back to hip hop and started spitting again, And even when he did it, he didn't just like impose his will on the audience. It was kind of like, oh, y'all rock with me, so let me give you a little bit more. He saw what the crowd was doing. It's almost like a DJ. Like, yeah, your DJ, you have your scripted set, but you see how the crowd is rocking to you a little bit, how they're responding to you, so then you veer off and kind of meet the crowd. And when you do that, when you give to the crowd a little bit, you can take from the crowd and take them where you want them to go a little bit. And I thought that's what he did during the concert. Listen, we're going to rock off for a little bit. Boom, we're going to bring it back to hip-hop. We're going to sing some of the hits. And even some of the things that might not have been as familiar to the audience because the album or the band was so dope, it didn't matter. Didn't matter. Everybody just vibing out, rocking out. The drummer was off the hook. The bass player was serious. The keyboard player was nuts. So listen, he had a bass player, like I said, bass player, a drummer, keyboardist. That's all he needed. He just up there spitting. And what's dope about it, again, if you know, he's the music guy. He's the guy in the studio. This is the guy you see 4 beats. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a great concert. If he's on the road, he's coming your way, make sure you tighten him up here. Anything else you want to add to that?
I can't add anything else, man. You said it all. I think we both said our piece about Black Milk and his performance. Can't say enough about the guy. No. Great performer, great human being all around. As far as I can see, hey, check him out.
Yeah, check him out. And also, guys, let's get back, just since we're going back with our Cipher crew again. Make sure you guys, if you have any albums that you want reviewed that maybe we're missing or something that's dope you want us to touch on, we'll do our dangest to get out there and try to get it out there to you guys and send shout outs and the whole nine. We're trying to make it a little bit more interactive with people who've been following us than the years past. So.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, and don't forget, you can hook us up and let us know about those albums or whether we're good or whether we suck at kidandmuff44@gmail.com. That's KIDDANDMUFF44@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on Twitter. We are the Cipher Crew.
Cipher Crew.
Don't forget to hit up my man, Black Milk. He's a genius and an MC. Don't forget that. Why? Because the Cipher said so, son. We out. Peace.
Every time I write a rhyme, I feel like Megatron going against Optimus Prime for the very last time. Once y'all stand, once y'all fall, let me know you're not appalled. Put your hands up in the air, say yes, sure. We're all gathered to witness the babbling of a madman again, grabbing the mic, staggering, mentally unraveling in front of an audience, by himself battling, threatening to kill a whole crew with a single javelin. Clavicle shattering, hammering haters in their shoulders, thinking I'm scared of their name cause they claim me the heat holders. You're not soldiers, need to wake up and smell the Folgers. You need nuts the size of boulders, you need Jehovah, just like I need a Corona with a slice of lime. Who's nice as mine? I'm here to spread the word, the herbs, you gotta be more precise to rhyme. I'm slicing spine just to see if you got a backbone. If not, I'm sending you back home in the trunk of a Cadillac Brougham. To the people in the front, gonna give you what you want, like, yeah.